Unpopular celebrities. Yeah, we speak that truth so effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just energy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular, yeah, celebrities. Started with a combo, now the world leaning in. For vets in the room, let the stories begin. No filters, no scripts, just wisdom and sin. We talk, hustle hard, and the places we've been. From the field to the mic, that growth is the lesson. Turn pressure into presence, that's the real confession. Got the crowd tuned in for the raw and the rare. You can feel the truth breathe through the air. Unpopular celebrities. Yeah, we speak that truth so effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just energy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular celebrities. Talk music, talk ball, talk rank and salute. Every topic on the table, every word in pursuit. We the voice for the ones that the world overlook. Turn pain into punchlines, life into the hook. Yes, in the chair, we breaking the mold. Every episode's heat, every message is gold. No gimmicks, no mask, just purpose and peace. When the lights come on, that real don't cease. Unpopular celebrities. Yeah, we speak that truth so effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just energy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular celebrity. We ain't chasing fame, we redefining the game. Give light to the name that the system can't tame. Got the people tuned in, cause they feel our lane. It's the voice of the real, not a chase for acclaim. Mic check, then the vibe start to settle for a host. One stage and the truth is the metal. So before that show start, let the beat breathe steady. When you hear that name, just know we ready. Oh yeah, when you hear the name, just know we ready. Unpopular celebrities. Yeah, we speak that truth so effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just energy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular celebrities.
What up? What up? What up? I'm in a bit of a rut, so you're gonna have to pick up the energy because
I always do.
this Facebook stuff is still not working. Still not working. I don't get it. I deleted it. I added it back. I changed it. I mimicked it. I did everything I thought necessary to get it working.
Did you chat GPT it?
Well, no, I don't use Chat GPT.
Or
but,
Claude it?
Yeah. Yeah. Dang it, man. What in the duck, man? Oh, man. If this is the only one not working, I'm going to be super frustrated. Morning, Justin, on Facebook today. Well, can't see anything. Fudge, man. This is so frustrating. It was working. It used to work so well. I'm going to fix it, y'all. I keep saying it. I need to stop saying it. What's up, Gene Harris? Son. Gene Harris, son. What's good? What's good? What's good? Morning. I am going to work on this for just a second. It gotta be something I'm doing. Let's try to reload it. Let's try that. What up, Dale Brown? What up, big dog? Congratulations on your school date for First Sergeant Academy. Big up to you with that. Good luck to you with that. It's a big win. Hopefully I can make it down there for your graduation if all goes well.
Sharp.
All right, I'm going to try to fix this. You want to be a shirt so bad. You want to be a shirt so
I can
bad.
do the chant.
Exactly.
Diamond. Sharp.
You want to be a shirt so bad.
Sharp.
All right, let's test this. Let's play it. Let's mute it. All right, over to you, man.
Oh, I don't know. Like, what you doing? I mean, I didn't know you want me to start.
Yeah,
I mean,
man,
it is
please.
what it is, y'all. What's up?
Please.
It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. Good morning. Good morning, peace human beings. Peace human beings. It's your boy, Philly DC, along with P to the E to the T to the E, and the place to be. You see me, you see him. We hanging out with them. He, she, whatever your pronouns may be. We are your unpopular celebrities in the house.
Yes, let me turn off my joint. Yes, thank you for being here. You could be anywhere, but you decide to be here. The local time is forever and ever now. So thank you for joining us. This is your first time joining us. Please make sure for everyone in the chat, everyone, hit the like button, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And then for those who are brand new here, hey, thank you for being here. You can catch all of our old work on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and such. And then while you're there, while you're watching all of our other stuff, if you feel so inclined, you like, yo, these dudes is all right, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 500 subscribers on YouTube. We're doing extremely well on Facebook and on IG. Last week I mentioned it, I'll mention it again. We hit 500 subscribers on IG. Shout out to all those who helped us get there, and to our local listeners out there in the place. We appreciate y'all, man. We got a good show for y'all today. Well, every show is good. Every show is good. I think we got some interesting stuff. We're going to talk about a couple of things. And then as always, if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, comment, go ahead and leave a comment down there. You know what I mean? And then as Pete mentioned last week, I'm sure he'll put it in the chat. There is a process or a way for you guys, instead of y'all typing out all these long messages, these little soliloquies and stuff, feel free to hit this link when he put it in there. You can actually go to the link and record a message for us. Positive, negative, or neutral. Example, you can say, yo, Pete, yo, Philly DC, y'all doing y'all thing over there, man. I love waking up to y'all on Sunday. Y'all make me feel good and warm. Or it could be negative. Yo, Pete, DC, y'all freaking suck, man. I hate y'all. Y'all can go to hell. Or you can be neutral. Y'all guys all right. Purely up to y'all. So feel free to do that when he puts it in the chat.
You know I'm putting chat in a second. Can somebody put a 1 in the chat, 2 in the chat? Put your favorite number in the chat. Let's put something in the chat.
Put a 1 in the air.
I'm just trying. It work. Look, like it works for me, but I don't know why it don't work for everything. So I'm trying to fix it, but I need some help. Need some help.
All right, I'll put a 1 in the air.
Well, I don't want you to do it. There you go. Thank you. Fuck it. I mean, shoot, it didn't work.
Right.
God dog it, man.
All right. Well, moving on. Moving on. Yeah, moving on. All right. So while he's doing that, let me give you an update. So your boy, hey, I've been doing pretty good, man. You know, it was a good week. Watching the NFL draft. That's why I got my Eagles gear on. You know what I mean? There was a lot of things revealed in the NFL draft. Don't really care about any other teams, especially the Cowboys. I hate them dudes, man. Rarely do I post on Facebook, but I did this week. And it was every once in a while, I was like, I hate the Cowboys suck, whatever. I am a residential card-carrying Cowboys hater and will always be a Cowboys hater. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks. From the back. But anyway, on to your future 2026 Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. We shocked the world by scooping up behind the Pittsburgh Steelers, thanks to the help, surprisingly, of the Dallas Cowgirls. They actually helped us out. We switched with them, snuck in and picked up Makai Lemon out of USC. Wide receiver the first round. You know what I mean? Don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. One thing is certain, it made me feel like, hey, the clock is ticking for AJ. He's gone. AJ's gone.
How
I
you
hate
feel
to say
about that?
Huh?
How you feel about that?
You know, man, I have mixed feelings, man. Like, I feel bad that he's gone because AJ is a phenomenal talent and he helped us get our second ring. But as I mentioned before, no one's above the team, man.
Y'all are so funny.
Like, this dude is always complaining. Like, if you're gonna complain, right? Yo, complain internally, man. It's like he was just continuously throwing shots. He was a distraction all year. Justin says, gotta go through Seattle first. Man, y'all paperweight champs, Justin. Y'all paperweight. Y'all ain't beat nobody. Y'all beat New England, man. If it was us, y'all wouldn't have beat us like that. New England is trash. Where's Samel Brown at?
New England is trash, bro. New England is trash. Seattle, y'all were lucky. Because when y'all play us, it's going to be a different thing. And we stole y'all cornerback. So how about that?
I digress. So I don't know how I feel about Makai Lemon, man. He's 5'10", you know what I mean, 195, 200 pounds. Doesn't sound like a good replacement to AJ Brown, who's like 6'2", 234, 40 pounds. You know what I mean? Makai Lemon kind of reminds me of, I think of, who's the dude we have from Washington? We just let go. Jahan Dotson or Jalen Reagor. A lot of speed, but he's small. Now, I've had some people tell me, yo, don't be stressed out. Look at the tape. Look at the tape, DC. He's a beast, DC. Look how he get the ball. He really dropped the ball. That was in college, man. That was in college. Why do people always say, look at the tape? That's college. College doesn't always translate into the NFL.
Well, what else do you have to judge a rookie off of besides the tape?
I would feel more comfortable if he was 6'2", 6 foot. Devontae Smith is 6 foot. And you know, Devontae Smith ain't that big. He's strong, but he ain't that big. But don't tell me Makai Lemon is now going to be able to replace AJ Brown. And they say, look at the tape. Come on, bro. That's college. And I get it. You don't have nothing else to look at. But I'm not too. What the heck is that noise? Rock, are you eating something? What are you eating? What are you eating? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. He eating this corn. My bad. My dog looked at me like, oh, shit. He was like this. I'm sorry, fuck. Anyway, I heard, you know, I have some scar tissue because he chewed up my whole electric chair. I know you guys will be like, how do you do that? Like, he ripped the whole harness out, ate that joint.
Wow.
I told you that, man.
Charles Davis said that kid Lemon is almost a Brown clone.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
That's what I heard. But
wow.
I just can't seem to. Let me double back to what Justin said. You can have him, DC. You know, it's easy for you to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for you to say that. But I'm telling you, we have now, the only person we lost in the secondary was Reed Blankenship, which was big. But now we got the Rico dude from Seattle, which when he was with y'all was talking about how great he was. Now all of a sudden you can have him. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's how y'all do too, so I can't be too mad at that.
That's different. We Philadelphia. That's different.
Okay.
That's different. We Philly. But we picked up a tight end, a couple of tackles, you know what I'm saying? But what I loved about the Lemon piece was where's Chad at? You know what I mean? Because he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. How about the Steelers was talking to Lemon on draft night, thinking they were about to pick him, and we swooped up and we took that dude.
Did y'all trade up or something?
To the Cowboys. Yeah, we traded up.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know if he's worth it yet, but they said somebody told me, who was it? I forgot who it was. One of the broadcasters said they project him as the second best receiver in the draft.
Mm.
So
Mike
it
Vrabel
remains to
picked
be
up a
seen.
tight end too. Ha ha ha. Too
Yeah, everyone
soon.
picked up a tight end.
No,
But
he said Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Oh man, please tell me you know the Mike Vrabel scandal with the other reporter.
Okay, all I heard was Mike Vrabel wasn't attending the joint. I heard rumors of it. What exactly happened?
Wow. Okay. Well, not what we came here to talk about, but Mike Vrabel was caught in Sedona, Arizona, with a reporter. They both are married. They were on, I don't know, a resort type thing, and somebody took pictures of them in precarious situations, holding hands, sitting on floaties together. They said there was like 12 other people there. People said there's nobody else was there. So it's a bunch of scandals. Then there's a whole bunch of things about her name is Diana Rossini. There's a whole bunch of tapes on there about her basically bashing her husband, which is kind of foul, but just basically just bashing him. And so they were trying to put two and two together. And then Mike Vrabel basically said he's not going to be okay. Justice said he had a alleged 6-year affair with Diana Rossini. She named her first son Mike too. So
Was that first son from him?
Nah, I mean they're not supposed to be. I don't know if there's a paternity test.
Wait. I don't get it. Let me backtrack.
Okay.
She was with him.
She was never with him.
Years.
She was never with him.
I thought you said she was with him for 6 years.
An alleged affair.
For how long?
6 years.
Okay, but you said she named her first son Mike.
Yeah, as Justice said.
Who is Mike from? Vrabel or her husband?
Well, it's supposed to be from her husband. I would assume so. It's supposed to be. I don't know, but yeah, pretty crazy. Tony Renee said allegedly they've been smashing for 6 years. Smashing is crazy. But y'all see the pin comment in there. If y'all rather leave a voice message than type out, man, we could always play the voice message on air and just have some fun with that. Just something new. Tony Bosick, the gooch, left the voicemail last time about the last podcast. Was pretty funny. He utilized the platform. If you look at a lot of interviews she done, a lot of interviews with Vrabel. Yeah, she did do a lot. I thought she was just a Patriots, like she just covered the Patriots. I didn't know that she had no loyalty towards the
Patriots. All right, just one Patriot.
Yeah. What's that dude's name? I can't think of his name, but he covers the Eagles a lot. Sal Palantonio. Yeah, I thought she was like that. Charles Davis says, this Vrabel joint sounds like how people be on them deployments. Won't speak on that.
I want to ask a provocative question.
Oh, shoot. He showed her the Patriot way.
Double kill.
It's crazy.
Patriot way. Provocative question. This kind of reminds me of the Coldplay incident, right? Only thing is it wasn't her boss, it was a reporter, right?
Oh,
but
right.
I'm sure you said the girl or the wife was coming out bashing her husband.
On past interviews, like way back when nobody was putting two and two together.
Okay. Do you think someone should get a pass if they weren't happy with their spouse and they decide to go sleep with somebody else?
No, that's not even provocative.
I find it funny, like the Coldplay incident when she was on Oprah during the interview. She came from the angle was they were never getting along. We were already separated, like, so that's supposed to make it fair, right? You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, you don't get a pass for that.
Speaking of which, not to change gears, because we can still stay on it, but did you know? I didn't know Megan left Klay Thompson.
I did. Whoa! That has to be false news, fake news.
No, I saw it on social media. She sent out a press release saying that something about fidelity is important to her. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, man. Let me see. Okay. Yep, Maverick star Klay Thompson faces cheating allegations by his girlfriend, Megan Thee Stallion. Fox News, CNN, People.com. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I thought they were like a power couple.
Yeah. You know, I took notes because somebody on Facebook said WAP is 0-2. And they had a picture of Megan and Cardi B, Stephon Diggs, and Klay Thompson.
Gina Moreau says, new news, he cheated multiple times, apparently. Tony Renee said he was cheating too, allegedly. I know his daddy punched the air because he loved Megan's cooking.
Bruh. So let me ask you. So we're kind of veering off, but I think this begs the right question. Are you surprised that he cheated on Megan Thee Stallion?
I'm never surprised when anybody cheats on anybody, to be honest.
I am. Like, I'll put it like this. Let's not say surprise. But you don't for 1 minute be like, you crazy? That's Megan Thee Stallion.
I mean, who knows what their home life was like?
You said,
who knows what their home life is like?
Who knows what their home life is like?
Klay lost his girl and his game.
Oh man.
I mean,
he lost his girl and his game.
I don't know. Yeah, like Tony Renee said, cheaters gonna cheat.
But all right, let me ask. All right, so I want y'all to be honest, and I'm just saying hypothetically.
I'm mad I can't put these up.
Ladies that are in the chat, think out, and especially if you're married. I'm just saying in an alternate universe. Think of your crush outside of your husband or whoever spouse they may be, and tell us if you had the opportunity to go out with them, could you see yourself cheating on them?
What? What's your question?
So, all right, let me ask you this then. Again, let me preface this by saying in an alternate universe, not here, if you were not married and you think of the person you had a crush on that you think is attractive and you had an opportunity to date them, do you think, I guess it's a dumb question because you can be like, well, you're not a cheater or whatever, but do you think you would cheat on?
No.
Why not?
Because, like you said, I'm not a cheater.
Okay, yeah, this question didn't go out well.
Yeah. I don't understand it, but
I guess what I'm trying to get at is it's almost like you take Jay-Z, right, with Beyonce. And you know how people say, like, it doesn't, like, example, like, take Halle Berry, take Jennifer Lopez, whatever, and you look at them and you be like, how is it possible they can't keep a man? How is it possible they keep finding a man and cheat on him? You know what I mean? From the normal, average, everyday person, you'd be like, what? Are they crazy? You know? That's how I see in this point. Because come on, when Klay was connected to Megan going out, we was like, yo, most of it was like he hit the jackpot, right? It's Megan Thee Stallion. Right? You didn't think that?
No.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
No.
Let's move on.
No.
Let's move on.
I'm getting multiple different comments. Let me see. What's up? Brady McCoy said, ain't nobody gonna answer that on record. Exact. Thank you, McCoy.
Ain't nobody gonna answer. Why not?
DC, please.
Why not?
DC, keep that alternate universe altered.
Hey,
because this is about to go left because Pete not gonna get it. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yo, you know what?
Variable and his wife have been married for over 25 years too. Charles Davis said, DC, what are you doing? Ain't this show recorded? Pete redirect. Exactly. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all. Live and recorded.
Forget it. I'll just say this.
No, please don't. Please don't. Just move on. No, please don't. Just move on. Just move on.
I have been married to my lovely bride for 32 years.
Please.
There ain't nobody I repeat, nobody that will get me to the point to leave my spouse. There's no way. You know what I mean? Like, there is nobody on this earth that will allow that will give me the opportunity to level up. Meaning, I don't understand how people leave their significant other and go down. You level up. There ain't no level up outside of Wendy.
See, Brady
There ain't no
McCoy
level.
said, DC, how about you in an alternate universe?
Let's see. There's no way I would do it. No way.
Everybody's going to say the same thing. That's what everybody's saying. There's no point in having this conversation. Everybody's going to say the same thing. I'm sure you can find Klay Thompson's interviews where he said the exact same thing you said. I'll never cheat on Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, why do you think he did that?
There's a billion different reasons
Okay,
why.
well, give me your assessment. Why
I don't have an assessment. Nor
you
would
just said I'm asking your opinion.
I'll ask Claude, what are the reasons why? Because there are bills, like everybody says, redirect, fire now. The reporter, Bravo alleged cheater, was talk mad trash about her husband. Yeah, exactly. So the topic that we came here to discuss today was about the Air Force PT test.
Double kill.
Oh, wrong one. If y'all didn't know, the Air Force PT test has changed dramatically again. Before it was even rolled out, it was changed again. Philly, since you saw the article, would you like to talk about it?
No, I ain't got nothing to say. You go right ahead. I'll jump in when it's time. I ain't got nothing to say.
Wait, it's time.
No, it's not.
Why is it
I'm
not
still
time?
talking about the last topic.
Go ahead.
I'm still sitting in that topic. Once I'm done with that, then I'll jump in. Go ahead and finish.
No. We can't move on until you're ready to move on.
Well, move to another topic then. Move to something you know.
I just tried to.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to go to that one. I want to go back to the other topic.
Go ahead. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Okay,
Like Charles Davis said, DC bad. DC bad.
Yeah, I am mad. Thank you. You nailed it. I am mad. I'm irritated. Y'all sound like a bunch of suckers, man. Y'all like y'all want to talk about grown-up stuff. Ooh, let me check it up.
Ooh, DC, change the topic, bro. Ooh, DC, redirect, y'all.
Bunch of suckers,
Good
man.
morning,
It's an
Laugh
adult
Kid.
show.
Good morning,
really?
Laugh Kid. It's good to see
Grow
you on
up.
here.
Y'all sound like a bunch of suckers. Grow up, y'all. Jeez. Y'all sitting up there talking about all kinds of other stuff, but we get the one topic. Everybody get all scared.
I don't know what's going on right now. I know,
Yeah,
Doug.
you want them. You acting like a little sucker right now. Grow up. It's a show. I guess I need to before I come up with a topic, I don't want to come up with something that we have to redirect because we don't want people to be upset or their spouses to be upset. I'll do that from now on. I'll be a little bit more reserved.
Is that your so Tony Renee said he cheated because there was some available stuff elsewhere.
Thank you, Tony Renee. It seems like you are the only adult in the chat that is willing to give an opinion on something versus deflecting. Thank you. We appreciate you. Don Trey, what's up, man? Good morning, bro. Hopefully you here to talk about adult topics too without sounding like
a little puss.
Thank you. Puss is not a expletive.
That Charles Davis said, "Damn, DC."
That's right.
For once,
right.
I'm not getting it.
Exactly.
For once, I'm not getting it.
That's right. I say it like y'all mean it. Grow up, y'all.
I think everybody here is able to have an adult conversation. I just think
the only one I seen was Tony Renee, maybe Brady McCoy. Everybody else, ooh, what is that? Ooh.
Ooh, change the topic, DC. Ooh, I don't want anybody to hear that. Ooh, it's being recorded, DC. You putting them out of pocket.
Man, pull y'all skirt up and stop. Sound like a bunch of pussies, man. It's a show.
Brady McCoy said, "Ain't nobody gonna answer that on recorded."
I did. I did.
Hey, Charles David said, "Ain't gotta me to what? Ain't gotta me to
Ain't gonna be too many talk of pussies out here. Well,
exactly."
that's what we talking about.
Look, I learned in
That's what
church
we
this
talking about.
morning to hold no grudges. Please don't be mad, DC. Exactly. Thank you, Justin.
Oh no! Hey, look,
Thank
I
you,
call it
Justin.
like it is. I call it like it is.
DC is the GOAT.
All right, let's move. All right, I'm ready to move on now because since this topic is going on deaf ears. First of all, again, thank you, Tony Renee. I appreciate it. Tony, thank you for being honest or giving an opinion.
Oh my
Since I
goodness.
asked Pete his opinion, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask Claude. Thank you, Tony, for being an adult. Thank you. Now I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
PT test has changed. I'm sure you guys in uniform already know about it, but what the interesting thing is, the diagnostic period just started 1 March and goes on to 1 August. So that means for all you folks out there that's trying to get ready for the new PT test, this is your opportunity to go out there and fail miserably and not worry about any repercussions. This is the time to go out and take your test. And if you fail, it ain't gonna hold it against you. But if you do well, like you super PT studs, you can actually count it. Interesting thing about it is that now they're gonna do the height to weight measurement. They were always talking about this for a while. What I find interesting from my perspective is there was always an issue about tape measurement. But now they're gonna do the height weight measurement. And I know you guys seen like the Skittles chart that's out there that talks about your height and it talks about your waist and they got it separated by chart. Well, I don't know about you, but according to the chart, it looks like if you're tall, you have a little bit more leeway. If you're short, feel sorry for you. Example. And I'm looking at this scoring chart straight from AFPC.mil. I wish I can share my screen and show you the chart. Perhaps you might want to pull it. Anyway, it's up to you. Anyway, you may not want to because you might be afraid, like the last topic. But anyway, I'll digress. So, as a 73 inches, I'm 73 inches. Looking at the chart, it's separated by green, yellow, and red. Green being excellent, yellow being red being you failed. So, the 73 inches, 40 inches, I would be in the yellow category. But
40, for a 40-inch waist?
Yes. In the yellow category. Oh, let me reconfirm. Okay, no, I take it back. 39.5. I'll be at 0.54 points for 73 inches. Now, if you go to somebody who's short, like say Devon McCoy, he's pretty short. What he like 4'5"? I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
let's say Devon is about 67 inches.
Double kill.
At 36 and a half, he would barely pass. 37 inches is a fail. So I'm not really a health expert, but I don't see that as being fair. Maybe I'm missing something. What do y'all guys think?
I'm trying to bring up the chart now. I'm having difficulty finding it.
If you type in U.S. Air Force PT Standards 2026, the first thing that should come up is AFPC.mil.
Okay.
And it has a chart. What do y'all guys think in the chat, man? Have y'all taken the test yet? Anybody fail? Nobody's going to say. I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot. No one's going to say that because it's recorded. Charles Davis says, DC, we could talk about it only if you read the comments because Pete tripping. All right, I got you. And Charles, I owe you something, man. I feel terrible. I keep forgetting. For sure, hit me up after the show to remind me, man. Nudge me. Don Trey says, history has shown men and women with status, power, and money will slip up, especially in professional sports, Hollywood, and politics. Interesting. Interesting. Appreciate that, Don Trey. Appreciate that, bro.
So,
But, huh? You
I
don't see it?
brought, yeah, I'll try to bring it up, but it doesn't show. Like it says waist to height ratio,
Yes.
but all it's showing is the points and the age.
No, you gotta scroll down.
Oh, okay.
Scroll down to page number 9.
Oh, way down. All right. What page am I on?
And so while he's doing that, I'm going to bring up an interesting point.
Plank.
The idea is this PT test is to ensure folks live a sustained
Here we
PT
go.
schedule. Instead of you taking a PT test once a year, I admit I was one of them. I only trained for that one PT test. I would pass it, maybe get an excellent every once in a while, and then I'll stop running. I don't start running like, oh, I'm 3-4 months out, better start running. Now this is supposed to change it because you're going to test twice a year.
How tall is how tall is 58 inches? Yeah, I'm on here now. How tall is 58 inches?
Oh, I don't know. I had to Google it.
72 is 6 foot. So 62 would be 5 foot. So it'd be 4'9", 4'10".
58 inches?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now. 4 feet 10.
Yeah, okay. So 4'10". If your waist is above a 29. 29. And the interesting thing, you're absolutely correct, because the interesting thing is usually, and I'm not an expert on this, but just my opinion, if you are shorter, you're making up weight other places, unless you are classified as a little person. But even little people make up their weight in other places, sometimes around their waist, sometimes around their legs. It's just in different places. So while you are correct, because usually tall people are slender.
Yes.
So if you're like, what are you, 6 or 77 inches?
73 inches.
73 inches. So you have all the way to what you said, to stay in the green, a 36-inch waist. Whereas somebody who's 3 inches shorter?
Yes.
They have 2 inches less. And like I said, usually tall people are just slender.
Yes.
So while you're right, I get it. Short folks are usually as wide as they are tall. Terrell's absolutely correct. I don't know about the science behind it, but this would beg the question about, is there science behind these results? Because I think if we just look at modern society, taller people are usually slender. If you look at the NBA, maybe a little bit different. But even then, you look at Sean Bradley, if y'all know who that is. If you don't, Google him. He was one of the tallest players. Manute Bol was one of the tallest players. They were all, Shaq is the only one that I remember that was tall and wide. But most of the tall people are slender. Look at Rudy Gobert. But look at LeBron James. So, I mean, it's really just dependent. Spalding said, I haven't been a 33-inch waist for over 4 years. I'm a whole 67 inches tall. So as he said, 67 inches, he would have to be, yes, at a 33 inches to be considered green. And he gets from green to red is actually 5 inches, 5.5 inches. It's pretty big. I mean, that's a big gap. So I would think most people will fall into the yellow category. Charles Davis says, let's think about this form, a higher level. The purpose behind this is to be better health. However, it is also about cutting out the people you don't want to represent the military.
I like that.
Spalding said, I'm about a roughly 34-inch waist now. Well, I mean, you're in the yellow category.
I love you to death, brother. I love you. But I'm curious. Like, so here's my thing. When you say 34 and a half inch waist, does that mean when you put your jeans or your chinos on? Because, like, here's my thing. Like, I remember when I put my jeans on when I was in the military, I was like, yo, these jeans are 36. But when I get taped, I'm a 38. I'm like, what the duck? Like, I can wear a 36. Oh, your thumb is not at the iliac crest. You got to put it here. Hold your thumb there and hold the tape. Okay, I'm having flashbacks. Anyway, my argument is this. The Air Force argument is going to this measurement will give them a better assessment of your overall health, right? But this goes to the comment from Charles Davis about having people in the military you don't want that represents them because of, how you look in uniform. What is more important? Someone who, when the shots of being thrown all around, rockets and mortars, you fill in the blank, and you can run 2 ammo cans to the next position or the building to rearm somebody. If I have a 38-inch waist and I can run over there and deliver the ammo, or I can carry somebody, you got somebody with a 32-inch waist and they can't, which one is more important?
And I'm in that situation. You're right. Terrell said, "What's the punishment behind folks, or punishment behind fails with the new assessment?"
That's a good question. I think it's not like it's not on your EPR, but I would imagine, and I can't confirm, but I would imagine it's the same thing as before. It goes in levels. As far as like you fail, you get, counseling, LOR, whatever, yada yada yada.
Terrell also said, "But you can't do all that with the beard, though." Elijah said, "With jeans on, yes, sir. Thing is, I work out 6 days a week, weigh 187 pounds, and would still be considered in the yellow." Yeah, I think for some people, I would think a lot of this is genetics. Maybe I'm wrong. A lot of it is genetics because we are not, nor do we get, you do get a few resources to help with things. But it's not like, I can't compare it to like pilots get grade A service when they need stuff.
They got their own gym facilities, all that stuff.
Yeah, nutritionist on standby. Like, only thing they don't have is chefs. But
some of them got chefs.
Oh shoot! Well, there you go.
Some of them got chefs in their unit.
The administration believes we have an image issue, so their initiatives such as PT beards and etc. are the means to shape a certain narrative. Possibly.
I would actually agree with him. Because if you remember some of the rhetoric coming out of the administration when they first got in the seat about the military was about image. How people look in uniform.
Yeah, it was about image, and fitness. But yeah, image and fitness. You're right. Yeah.
But here's the interesting thing. The Space Force, they don't do testing.
They do the watch thing.
Yeah, they do the watch, and they leave it up to supervisors to monitor if their folks are actually doing PT. They subscribe to the idea of it's more than just, it's not a PT test, it's a continuous fitness model. So what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think the Space Force version is effective? And if so, should the Air Force adopt it? Or do you think the Air Force version of PT testing, you have a grade or a score, you pass, fail, whatever, and they hold it against you? Now, I'm not saying the Space Force doesn't. They hold it against you, but it's not a test. It's how often you're being worked out that's monitored by watches, by unit PT, and by your supervisors and how you're tracking it.
Yeah, so Justin said he's 69 inches and average a 35-inch waist. At the end of the day, still the member's responsibility. He's in the yellow as well.
Yeah,
Spalding said, I honestly think it should be career field specific. Okay,
I agree.
this is where I'll disagree. This is
Oh,
where I'll
okay.
disagree. So let me understand before I disagree. The way I'm understanding it is you're saying, like, let's say security forces, because security forces is the infantry of the Air Force,
And we set the standard. Yeah.
should have a higher standard than somebody in a different career field. Is that what I'm understanding?
Not a higher standard. They should have a different version of a test, different
Okay,
from
so
the
you
admin
want to
test.
go back to the security forces should push Humvees, carry ammo cans and dummies and drag
Yeah,
dummies across the lawn and things like that.
yeah.
Okay. Do you think somebody who is in medical, let's say medical administration, should just see how many squats they can do in a day?
No, I mean, if you're a health administration, the idea is you would do a test that will mirror the type of duties you would do in an emergency situation or wartime environment. So whether you're medical admin or not, it is assumed that if you're in a war situation, you're working in a hospital or triage unit or whatever under a tent, taking care of patients, you gotta be able to carry people on stretchers, you gotta be able to carry equipment or whatever. Now, what is the likelihood of you carrying a bunch of ammo cans? Maybe, but not as much as a cop.
Okay, so Brady McCoy says yes, perfect. Elijah says SF should have different PT tests tailored to our jobs. Charles Davis said if the Air Force wants to make this about lifetimes fitness, then let us remove the I don't know that word punitive measures,
Punitive.
punitive measures, and damage to your career. Okay, we went two different lanes here. Okay, let me go back to if we can go back to the job thing. If security forces wants a harder P or a different, not harder, but a different PT test, they need to allow those things to happen while you're at work. Because you got to think, while you're at work, all those things that maybe that you would think security forces do does not happen on a maybe nowadays on a year to 2 year basis. So for 2 years, you don't do these jobs. Then you might go deployed, depending on your location or depending if you get forward deployed, you still won't be doing those things. Come back another 2 years, still not doing those things. And then get forward or get deployed again. And now maybe you're doing those things. So I'm just spitballing something here. If you can kind of grasp what I'm saying, pilots have all this training because their body goes through a lot on a day-to-day basis, being in planes, going Mach whatever, doing dog fighting, especially fighter pilots. They go through a lot of things that affect their body on a day-to-day. Security forces, let's be honest, we're mostly in a car or on a gate. Do we have to stand a little longer than a medical professional or medical administration? Yes. Do we have to wear gear that is heavier? Yes. But to be honest, the job is very, very similar. Not to include your back office security forces. They do medical administration work. So I would need somebody to talk me through how you expect me to perform different PT standards tailored around my job when my job could call for this, but on a day to day, my job is pretty much the same.
So would you in that case, would you think the Space Force falls into that same category?
Space Force security forces
No, just Space Force in general. Everyone in the Space Force.
falls into what category?
What you just mentioned, what you're trying to present or argue is that regardless of your career field, one career field shouldn't have a different standard or test than another. It should all be baseline. Is that what you're arguing?
I would think that's the fairest way to do it, unless you're saying my career field does this things that you're testing me on a day to day. Because really, like, so I go to, I mean, let's be honest, we both were cops. We're sitting there in an 8 hour shift. How much bodies are you dragging across the ground? How many times are you running things to and from somewhere, let's say 20, 30 yards with all your gear on? it doesn't happen too often. Maybe in a cycle, it might happen once, depending on where you're posted. But think about it. If you're on the flight line, how often does that happen? If you're on a gate, I can't even leave 50, what is it, 50 meters, 50 yards? I can't remember now. 50 meters from my post. So how often does that happen? So that's where I would get lost on. And I wish Spalding would stay on here or McCoy. How often does this happen? So you're almost putting security forces in a deficit because you're saying, I want you to work out like you're doing these things, train like you're doing these things, but you go to your job and you don't do any of these things on a day-to-day basis.
Here's the argument. Here's I believe, and from my opinion, the flaw in your argument. You said the chance of you doing those things is slim to none.
I didn't say something that just doesn't happen often.
Okay, I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen often. But what happens when it does happen?
Then you so I would
reason
think the
why I say
regular
that is
PT test
your
gets you prepared for that.
Your argument is you're a medical admin person and you take your regular everyday security forces member, which, oh, by the way, your security forces member is wearing body armor.
Mhm.
Every day they're working, right? I'm not talking about back off. I'm talking about your regular security forces airman is wearing body armor. Your medical admin troop is not doing that. Your regular security forces airman is carrying a weapon, whether it be a pistol or rifle. Your medical airman is not doing that. Now, a medical admin, if they're working in an office setting and they have an injury where they have to go get a stretcher, the likelihood of that happening versus a SF person that may have to run after somebody in body armor a long distance. The problem is, do you want to wait to see if that happens to see if you can do it? That's why I agree. Much as I hate to do extra, I do believe as a cop and as a pararescueman and as a SEER troop and as a EOD, regardless if you're in that setting or not, you should train as if you're going to be in that setting.
I definitely agree with you, but I haven't been in those fields, but in the special ops community, the ones that I have been around, they mostly train all day, physically and mentally, for the job that they are doing.
So I think Elijah and Brady said it perfectly. Elijah says, he says, I'm still here. I'd rather be trained for the incident than not be trained. Bingo. Brady McCoy says, happen a lot in training during exercises in the missile field, depends on the job location. I give you that one there. And then finally, two more. Elijah says, or be ready physically for the incident, then not be ready, of course. And then Brady says, if we don't prepare, we fail. Yeah, seems fruitless and silly, but when we are needed, we got to be able to get there.
Okay, so let me. Okay, we got two more comments, and then I have a question for mostly Elijah and McCoy. Let me see what Farrar says. He says, until PT becomes a complete way of embedding life day to day, like the Army and Marines, it'll never change. Leaving it up to folks to go when they want, the result will stay the same. The Air Force never made PT a priority. It's all about flying and supporting flying.
50-50, I agree with that.
Spalding said, even a stretch further, having a canine now, if something were to happen to my canine, would I be able to carry him for whatever distance if something were to happen to him? In my personal opinion, the new PT test standards does not necessarily ready me for that. Here's my thing for Spalding, McCoy mostly, but anybody can comment on here that's here. I get you. You said that most of the comments were, I want to be prepared. I want to be prepared, right? For these one things. If we don't prepare, then we fail. So say you implement this. Let's take a ballpark number. Spalding, you're still in, so maybe you could tell us how many people would pass? 20%? 30%? You can't kill a whole career field that you never trained for these things. it would be unlikely if, I mean, say me and you just retired less than a year ago. Could you do it?
I don't think that's a fair question. We just retired. It would take time for us to prepare for it.
But here's my thing. You just retired less than a year ago. So let's say that you were, I mean, you weren't a cop.
Actually,
so you
I
were
retired 3-4 months ago.
So, okay. So even better, you're making my point, but you're not a cop.
No, I'm not actually making your point. I don't
But
think
you're
so.
not a cop, right? But
Yeah.
say you were, they could throw you back into your career field.
Mm-hmm.
And they put that PT, whatever you guys think this PT standard should be for security forces. Do you think I could do it?
If you train for it, yeah.
No train, because how much training? Okay, so now the question is, how much training time before implementation?
Okay, just like now, when they change the PT test, they give you a diagnostic period. So if they change the test, you will have time to prepare, whether it be 3, 4, or 5 months. No one, there's probably a small majority, I would bet 10%, maybe 20, that could pass a diagnostic, pass a test if the standards change, where you're carrying ammo cans and dragging people in the firearms carrier, whatever. But you will get time to train. And then the career field would set it, whereas your PT training, unit PT or whatever, are going to be structured behind you being able to pass that test.
2 comments, and I want to ask you. You probably remember. You remember when security forces tried to do this?
Yeah, they did.
And do you know why they pulled it back?
Why?
I was asking if you remember why.
Oh no.
Because people was not passing the test.
I wouldn't. We don't know that for sure.
I know that for sure.
Really? Where's your proof?
So our command chief at the time was actually one of the ones that went down to Randolph to get tested.
Which command chief?
The command chief that I don't know if he wants to put his name out there, but the command chief that we had at the time went down there to Randolph to get. Sure. Went down.
He ain't retired no more, so why would you want to put his name out there?
He might not want his name. I don't know if he wants his name out there.
Oh my God. What have we turned into, ladies and gentlemen?
Back to there's the point. His name is the point where my resource is.
Continue on. And then that's not even a valid resource. Just because he said it, was the test actually implemented and held against folks? We don't know that.
No, it never was.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not
but
good.
But wait. Back to my point. He was one of the test subjects that was selected to go to Randolph along with, I think it was 50 other security forces in all weights, sizes, heights, and sexes to do this test. The feedback was these people that were selected to go couldn't even pass the test. So how would they expect everybody else? Get to these comments and I'll list to your opinion. Spalding says, I raise a question to you. How many will pass the new PT test? Brady says, we almost did it 3-4 years ago and it was killed because of the reason you speak about. How much more proof do I need? I don't agree with it going away, but it did. What Chief said, I'm not sure what Chief said. Oh, about how many will pass the test. I've been debating about this over the past 5 years of my career and can still do a full PT test and have got 90s and above, and they wanted to give me medical separation versus retirement after initial diagnostic. Oh, that's crazy. In the 890, we were doing, I don't know what that word is. I think that's body drags. Oh, body drag, ammo cans, and lifts. Lots hated it, but we did it, and we expected people to do it. Charles Davis says, hear me out in this. We have a war going on right now, and we don't currently have a PT program in place, but yet we are winning the war in Iran, right? Last time I heard, Secretary of the War said the military is outstanding. What do you think? But what do you think about? I just think that if you try to implement something different, it would take so long to get off the ground. Probably I would say, if I were to guess, 2 years. maybe 3 to get off the ground. If you
I
implement a new
disagree. And
PT
this is
test.
no different than what the Space Force is doing. The Space Force, they decided to go a different direction and not do actual PT testing. From what I'm gathering, seems to be working.
Yeah,
If you give people time, they will rise to the occasion. Maybe not all, but some.
agree.
This current PT test, the one previous to that, and this one, I think Davis said it earlier, it still does not give you a solid assessment of whether somebody is physically fit. Does it help eliminate the feeling that people will wait until 30 days before the test to test? Maybe, debatable. I would still argue there are people out there, quite a few, that will still test, pass, not work out consistently until they get 60 days out from a test. Not to mention, you add in the height weight measurement and testing twice a year, in my opinion, causes unnecessary anxiety and angst
True.
because it is another method that people are going to use against you. And not only that, we talked about this on the other show. Your PT test follows you. If you pass, no harm, no foul. But if you fail, it's the shot heard around the world. So for the Space Force, I applaud them because I agree. I don't think PT should be a testing measure. It should be something you monitor. And if you get to a point where folks believe, your supervisor, commander, whoever believes that you're not working out consistently, then you should be dealt with.
I will.
You having an actual test, case in point, what's the point of even having a score if, before there was an incentive? You get an excellent, what happens? You ain't got to test for a year, right?
Mhm.
You don't get an excellent, you test every 6 months.
Mhm.
Where is that now? And then if somebody correct me if I'm wrong, is it the 2-mile run? Do you have to choose do you have the ability to choose between 2-mile run, 1.5 mile run and the hammer? Or is it 2-mile run and the hammer? You know what I mean?
On this testing, I do. On this testing, it just gives you scores for the 2-mile run and the 20-meter hammer. It doesn't give you a 1.5 mile score.
Okay. So as long as it's that, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, I don't even understand. I know some rumor has it, some people seem to think they wanted to get more in line with the Army and do 2 miles.
So a couple things. Oh, whoa. All my chats went crazy. McCoy said, oh, shoot, I lost it. There it is. So McCoy said the cost of equipment, the number of people failing, and the impact to recruitment were all reasons why it died. Spalding says, I don't agree with it going on PT test. Justin says, yes, you have a choice. Okay. McCoy says, we almost got an excellent PT tab for the uniforms. Did you know that?
Oh, God. That would have been terrible.
What does that even mean?
That would be terrible.
Like if you look good in your uniform, you get
if you get like an excellent score in your PT. Actually, Brady,
wait, tell me what it is.
Like where I was a DM, we actually had that. We had patches at DM that you wore if you got excellent PT test.
Wow. It's either you don't have to do both. Fix the entire DHA and MDG process for alternate medicine and referrals, and they will believe that it's about image. Brady said, Ranger tab, excellent tab.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tabs I agree with you on this. It shouldn't be on your EPB, number one. Number two is it should not count against you. It should be a monitoring thing and have supervisors be supervisors. That's when the supervisor should get involved and figure out what the punishment is, whether you PT with your troops, whether you do nothing. I don't know what that is, but that's what it should be. Anonymous one said, did you guys notice the pace for the 2-mile run is even faster than the 1.5 mile run? The Army runs their 2 miles at a slower pace if you compare charts. Wow. Did not know that. Did not know that.
Wow.
AAPC, they used to give away excellent PT hats. Holy crap.
Yo, was it a
Whoa.
fitted or was it a snapback?
Me passing my PT test doesn't determine the type of leader or NCO I am.
Exactly.
I agree.
I'll
Oh,
tell you, it
Scott
does help
Roy.
you,
Hey,
though.
we have a Raven. We have a Raven in the building. Scott Roy says, nah, I agree with it being on the EPB. Only people who don't agree are folks who suck at PT. Scott Roy also says that's the
Okay.
problem. Supervisors not doing their job.
I worry if Scott Roy was serious or not.
Oh, he was dead ass.
Okay,
He's a
so
Raven.
he's a Raven.
Yeah.
Let me talk. Let me communicate as a Raven.
Now, Scott, I just want to be sure I'm clear on something. When you say it should be included on your EPB, and I quote, only people who don't agree are folks who suck at PT. What type of PT are you referring to? The Raven PT or regular PT? Which one is it?
So you think Raven should have a harder PT test?
Exactly. Good question. I think it's ridiculous. It's not like the stuff they do, they're going to be doing on the aircraft anyway.
Terrell says, so what's the accountability for not meeting the standards then?
You get dealt with. I mean, here's my thing. When we say, going back to what you said, I just want to make sure I corrected you. It is not on your report, your EPB, meaning there's not a block. There's no a check block that says fail, does not meet standard, meet standard. It's not on there. However, it's part of your standard, it's one of the standards on your EPB, and it can be held against you. So in other words, if you fail your tests in a reporting period, you get a letter of reprimand. And that could be used to give you to assess your rating on the EPB. Now, I doubt they will put in your report that you failed your PT unless you keep failing it. And when I mean it shouldn't be on your EPB, I'm meaning that it should not be held against you unless it's consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Justin, I got your voicemail. Are you cool with us playing that on air, number one, or do you just want me to respond to it? To Scott Roy said, Lampkin said he was serious. Just said, I posted a comment with that link you sent, Pete. Okay, thanks. I'll look at it. Well, are you cool with us saying it on air? Mike Pendleton, what up, big dog? What up? Can AI take my PT test for me? Justin said, definitely cool with it. All right, I'll do that after this. Scott Roy said, how are you going to talk about leading, but yet you can't set this example in PT standards? Look at the stats for folks getting hurt in conflict right now. They've been all people who couldn't run to the bunker in time.
I don't know about that one. How do we come to that? You know, was there actually a report put out that folks who were injured during this conflict is because they couldn't run to the bunker on time? Just curious. And also to that point, I'm not saying PT is not important. But what I want to push back is when people always say, how can you talk about leading, but you can't set the example in PT standards? Well, there's a lot more than PT that brings about being a good leader, right?
Scott Roy said, yes, there's reported. There is a report.
Okay, can you link us to where it says that? I'm curious.
All right,
I would love to see that.
Let me get to Justin's comment. I think enable for you to hear this, you're going to have to watch it on the live. Because I don't know if it works for you, but let me make sure it works for everybody else. Okay.
Probably behind, but
it's a little behind. Let me make sure it works for everybody.
What I meant was that 5 years ago when I first got diagnosed,
I would love
they tried to medically separate me versus retire me.
Who did
and
it
that
and how they
involved a medical board, etc. Now
again,
I'm on the limited assignment program, which is allowing me to stay in until 20, or excuse me, 19, and then they do another full medical board. Period.
You have people
what
who
I'm trying to get after is that I still take care of
language,
myself, even
but
though
we don't
having a
hold them
medical
accountable for that.
condition.
We just say,
and
it's a
there's these
one-time
people
thing.
out there that
We
can't
got
run
crappy commanders. Those
2
are
miles, let
one-time
alone a
things.
mile.
We fire
It's
them,
frustrating
or we
from my
remove
end,
them
especially
for
when I take care
failure
of
to
myself and
have
do what I
confidence
can
in
to
their
get above a
leadership
90 every
ability.
single.
And what do? We just move them somewhere else.
Okay, we had a big problem. I was playing the thing, so I didn't hear anything you said. I guess you weren't listening to the live. I was playing the thing.
Oh, you was actually playing it?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Did everybody else hear it?
Yeah, everybody else could hear, but they were listening to you talk at the same time. All right, we'll try it again because I want to
Play it
make sure
again.
this works. All right, we'll try it again.
What I meant was that 5 years ago, when I first got diagnosed, they tried to medically separate me versus retire me, and that involved a medical board, etc. Now I'm on the limited assignment program, which is allowing me to stay in until 20, or excuse me, 19, and then they do another full medical board, period. What I'm trying to get after is that I still take care of myself, even though having a medical condition. And then there's these people out there that can't run 2 miles, let alone a mile. It's frustrating from my end, especially when I take care of myself and do what I can to get above a 90 every single time on PT.
What'd you think?
I mean, I don't have really nothing to dispute that. I mean, I guess PT is always a difficult thing because you have different. I look at PT issues as having different camps. You have some camps where you have some people that are PT studs and they always get over 90 or 100, and they feel like everybody in the Air Force, in the Army, military, whatever, should get 100. And if you're not getting 100, you're not trying hard enough. You suck. You're eating donuts all day long. You need to get out there and chase a carrot besides a donut. Then you have the middle of the pack crew that says, look, I may not get 100, but I can still pass my test. And hey, these people out there who can run like a gazelle, but they can't lift more than 300, 400 pounds. You're muscle bound guys and gals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your people who can barely pass, and they say, well, the reason why I can only barely pass because the standard is not fair. And I don't see why PT should be held against me. I'm working out, but the PT test doesn't favor the person of my stature or whatever. And then you had a person, maybe in Justin case, who can meet the standard, but is going through a medical board because of unfortunate medical conditioning, but they still continue to soldier on, airman on, however you want to put it, and still pass their test. But they look out there into the distance and see people who complain that they can't do their PT test.
Right. And that's what I think is
the Philly is the total package. PT is just one portion of it being great at PT. Doesn't make you a good leader, but it is one of traits where you should be great in. So here's my thing. What is great? Define great. That's all I'm saying. My thing is like your PT is a standard, just like you being able to come to work on time, just like you being able to manage your folks. But why is it when I'm on a board for stratification, I rarely hear anybody jump up on the table about somebody having a leadership issue when it comes to management or emotional intelligence? I dare I use that word. But anyway, for something like that. But if you fail a PT test, oh my God. It's like the shot heard around the world, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. Why? That's my only issue. I think we put too much on PT testing. PT is important, but it should not be the end all be all career ender for PT. And if PT, why do we even have scores? It should be pass or fail. That's it. Why does it matter that a person got 100 to somebody that got 80? Because last I checked, there are people out there who get 100 and they don't work out. I know one time so for 2 years straight, I had a 95 and I didn't work out after that test. I didn't start working out till I was 4 months close to the test. And then I got another 95. Although, I'm old, so it ain't that hard, which is another discussion. Some people don't think you should even bring in age in it. Because the older you get, the easier it gets, right?
I mean, the whole
Charles
kind of.
Davidson, how do you know they didn't run to the bunker in time? Someone was outside during bombs and drones being shot with a stopwatch. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I am saying. How did they come up with that? Scott, please drop in the chat this report. I would love to see it.
Well, he said
Scott
he's
says,
having
"Have
people
downrange that's giving me the reports real time." No, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about a report. Reports, there's a difference. When people tell you, that's not a report. That's an opinion. That's an assessment. A report is an actual document with somebody, in my view, my perspective, when somebody did a study. Just because people tell you, hey, reason why people are getting hurt is because they weren't working out or their PT was bad or their fitness was bad, they couldn't get to the bunker on time. That's their opinion. That's their perspective. We don't know if that's really true or not. Not saying their opinion isn't valid. I'm just saying that is not a valid assessment. That's an opinion, in my opinion.
It's an opinion, in my opinion. What's up, Amber Green? I'm not sure what you mean by pass or fail. I like it. I don't like it if you fail. Charles Davis, him and Scott Roy still going at it, so I'll let them go at it. Elijah Spalding says, I'm not going to say the score isn't irrelevant, but it's not the end all be all. I will say hearing a pass is a pass isn't the best I've ever heard from a leader. Whenever I have troops I tell them I want them to do their best. However, everyone is different. Me passing my PT test doesn't mean I'm a bad leader.
Yeah, let me reiterate. I'm not trying to say PT is not important. It is more. If anything, we want to say PT is important. PT is important for your overall and long-term health. Whether you're in the military or not, you should be doing something physically fit to kind of make you, studies show that if you have an active physical fitness type of life, it's better for your mental, and it helps avoid other issues like diseases and all that stuff. But my argument is we put too much emphasis on it, on metrics in the Air Force. I value what the Space Force is doing and not assigning a score. It's either you do, well, I'll put it like this. It should be a mixture of Space Force and Air Force. It should be, we're not going to put that much emphasis on it, but you better do it. And if not, we're going to hold you accountable versus you do it twice a year and you get a score. And if you fail, it's going to hurt your career.
Jefferson just put an interesting perspective up there, and I hope Scott Roy's still on here so he can answer this or talk about this. We just watched the NFL draft. High PT scores doesn't mean you can lead or play the game correctly. It's the importance, but it is important, but it is glorified because it's such a virtual representation of the value aspect of military culture.
I agree. And I think ultimately that's what it boils down to, because we get this idea take a good example real quick. Cops. When you see a cop and they're overweight, don't that make you look kind of weird at them?
Yeah, right? I mean, even like, your civilian cops.
You can't even run after somebody, right?
Yeah,
when you see some overweight cops, right?
Yeah.
When you see a military person who is overweight, it is a bad look. When they got like 5, 6 bellies or something, it's a bad look.
5, 6 bellies is crazy.
And I agree. My only problem is, why should it be career damaging? You know what I mean? If it's a 1-time, 2-time thing, great. To me, the whole thing is, let me ask you this, because I'm getting all the play. Let me quickly ask this and I'll be quiet. When you fail a PT test, does that mean you're not physically fit?
I wouldn't say no. I mean, excuse me. I would say no. That does not mean that you're not physically fit.
And when you pass a test, does that mean you're physically fit?
Not necessarily.
Because I would tell you, I passed my test many years, but I'm not physically fit.
Well, you're physically fit enough to pass a test.
For the Air Force, in their mind, you pass the test, it's like you may pass.
I mean, that could be any test, though. That's like WAPS testing. Just because somebody's passed their WAP testing, are they ready to be that rank?
But I guess my argument is like, when I pass my test, right? And the Air Force says you're good to go, you're physically fit. But if I go to a doctor's office, which I have, and they gave me, what do they call it? Body fat measurement.
Yeah.
I'm overweight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a doctor would look at me and be like, hey, counsel, you know you're overweight. You know you're in danger of diabetes and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, hey, sir, look at this Air Force PT test. I passed it.
Couple comments. Amber Grease said, Philly DC said, why isn't it just pass or fail instead of a score? I agree. I agree with that. I think no. Did we go to that at one point? Yeah, it was. Well, on your EPP, it just said pass or fail. I agree. Spalding said, then again, we went 2 years without PT test and the mission still continued. I can't argue with that. Justin said, would love to call in one day and discuss my story to elaborate. Okay, yeah, we can definitely. We can't do it today, but we can make that happen. Brady McCoy said, wonder what the little brown book says as a general expectation. I think it just says make sure you're physically fit.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Spalding said, Chief outran me in Kadena. Well, he used to run back in the day. Way back in the day, he used to run.
Lightning.
Yeah,
thunder and lightning.
Yeah. More thunder than lightning. But anyway, Kaylin Danner, what's up? What up? Hell, technically I'm overweight. Yeah, technically a lot of us are overweight, technically, right? But we still be entrusted to get the mission done. And I think we will get the mission done regardless if you have a passing PT test or not. I find it interesting on the different perspectives of PT tests, and maybe this is why we can't get it correct. I would say, interesting enough, to my understanding, at least the Marines have never changed their PT test. They don't care if you're a cook or infantryman, it's the same. I'm not sure if the Army has or not. Maybe they looked into changing it, but I would be curious to know if they changed it. I would say we changed our PT test more than any other branch of service I ever known. I think we changed it probably 6 or 7 times when I was in, if not more. And I'm just spitballing a number here. But I remember we came in, I think you guys were getting off the bike test.
Oh, the bike test.
Yeah, so that was one I don't remember. All right, a couple things. Jefferson said, ask my knees, back, toes if they was smart to keep going hard the entire 20. People be working out with injuries physically and mentally, and the VA check reflects that. Spalding says the Air Force considers me obese and wants me at 150 pounds.
Yeah.
I haven't weighed that since I was 13 years old. A lot of comments. Scott McCoy says, have you ever seen a fat Marine? Not many.
Yeah, I have actually.
I have, but not many.
On the internet. I did see one.
Find it on the internet. Charles Davis says, yo. So I got the little brown book and
I'm looking at it too.
Okay, forth with Scott McCoy, but we are saying the same thing. All good, Scott, but I'm still at 0.37 if we can discuss further. 0.37? I don't know what that means. Evergreen says, I'm wondering long-term what it looks like with exceptions on an EPB, OPB, especially for folks who have indefinite exemptions, i.e. folks who can't run. Will they never promote? How much value is going to be placed on it? Something we won't be able to evaluate for a couple years truly. Well, after I have my DD-214. I think it's one of those things you value while you're in, and when you're out, nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares. The Air Force fitness test is always test is and always has been continuous. 1994, height and weight only. 1997, it was height and weight and the bike test. 2003, it went to push-ups and sit-ups and a run. 2019-ish, we added some silliness with shuttle runs. Now let's try something else. It's honestly ridiculous, and if the Air Force don't pop their collective heads out of their, it will always be continuous. Daniel said, working in a joint environment has changed how I view airport PT standards. Well, tell me why. Tell me why. Brandon, sorry, Mitchley Tree. Sorry, I can't pronounce it right. PT in the Marines and Army is a culture. That's the difference. Airmen see it as a burden. Big difference.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. And I will agree with that. I think the Army and the Marine Corps, the Air Force, out of all the services,
Yeah, I need
excluding the
those reading
Space Force
glasses.
and the Coast Guard, have a better culture of physical fitness than the Air Force. And I think the Air Force is trying to fix that. It's just my only thing is that even with this new test, it doesn't. The only way we will get there is it has to mirror at least the Army. And I think they're trying that with the 2 mile run, if they're still going to do that. But then the argument would be is the test well, let me ask you this then. Should all tests across the services be the same?
I think so.
Bruh, I suck because I can barely do 2 pull-ups.
I mean, if you really want to make it the same. Now, all right, McCoy said, got to go kind of cut the grass. Make sure you wear a mask out there. Don't get allergies.
Yeah.
But
Make sure you wear shoes. Don't wear sandals.
good point. Look at us with ORM. But anyway, yeah, I think it should be the same across all. But then a lot of people say, I didn't sign up to be a Marine.
Yeah, true.
Billy and Pete, I'll send you a note in your message after the show or after the podcast. All right. You can send it during if you want. I don't agree with that. We should have different tests because of different missions. Okay, Spalding, I agree with that. I can see that. But I mean, you being a dog handler, when you deploy, if you haven't deployed, you might be deployed with the Army. I mean, you as a dog handler, you go through a test or dog training that all service components go through. There's not a specialized Air Force dog handling course because we have a different mission.
I just wish that the military, I'll put it like this, I take it back. So, not necessarily. The Marines, I can understand the importance of having a culture where physical fitness is at the forefront. I agree with that because of what the Marines are looked at being able to do.
Yes.
The Marines are considered, out of all the branches in the armed forces, the elite. If you're a Marine, you are elite. And when they call the Marines, that means shit is going down. In the Army, for what the Army is expected to do, I can understand they should have a culture of physical fitness, because what the Army is expected to do, regardless if you are a admin person, they always throw out these, I was a 49 Bravo, 30 Charlie or whatever. Regardless of what you do in the Army, cook or whatever, you are infantryman first. So I get that. For the Navy, not as much as Marines and Army. Now, I'm not putting down the Navy. I'm just saying for the Navy, not so much, right? But the Air Force, for the majority of the folks who serve in the Air Force, barring your spec ops folks, your defenders, your EOD, your OSI, not so much. However, there's always a chance where, which is shown in Iraq and Afghanistan, the logistics guy who was a vehicle maintenance guy may end up being on the convoy. Got it. That's all I'm saying. I just think we should, if we keep saying we're so concerned, I put it like this: I would rather the Air Force just say what the Marines and Army say. If you're not physically fit by our standards, you suck and you need to go. Just say that.
Yeah,
But don't tell
that's
us,
true.
well, it's a measurement of your long-term health and how don't sugarcoat it. Just say we want you to be this way, or you're a shitbag and you need to go. That's all I would rather say.
Yeah, and I respect that. I think like you just put it the best out of all this dialogue and conversation. I think it's the messaging that needs to be out there and just say basically this is where we want you. You signed up to be a part of us, and this is what it takes to be a part of us. Here it is. Here it is. But then to I think everybody's point, or especially to McCoy's point, I know he's not on here anymore. You got to stop changing it. You got to stop changing it. It got to be the same, man. Stick to something and run with. I don't know why the 1.5 miles, the push-ups and sit-ups stopped. Because once it started going with options, now it's getting out of control. And like anything, when you give 300,000 people options, you're going to get complaints everywhere. When you don't give them options and just say, this is what it is, you're still going to get complaints. I get it. But this is still what it is.
Right.
Now, the part that we never talked about, which we don't have to get into, is the conversation about exemptions and all this other stuff. I mean, that's a whole different dialogue that we would have for who goes to medical and all this other stuff, and everybody, you know, getting injured during their PT test. That's a whole nother subject. Danner says, we're doing all this back and forth. Bottom line, get fit and stay fit. It's a condition of employment. I don't care about the feelings. We as an Air Force, not y'all.
Okay.
She said, not y'all. They say, because we retired.
Hey, why are you coming at us, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, bottom line, I agree. Get fit, stay fit. And I get it's hard. It's difficult. And your job makes it difficult. Like, I'll go back to the cop thing. It's hard if you're sitting on a gate 4 days a week. It's hard to stay fit. It's hard to get up and go to the gym after work or before work, especially you got a 12, especially in the hot sun of, you know, Arizona or the freezing cold of South Dakota, or being on a missile, being out there at the missile field, just sitting in a car all day. It is hard. And some of it is just plain out genetics. Some of it is what you put in your body and, you know, how much you exuberate to get it all out.
I won't lie to Caitlin's comment. I feel like just going to the gym right now. I'm feeling a certain kind of way. I'm feeling a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to get up right now.
Yeah. That's who motivated you.
Hey, maybe they should change the thing of, physical fitness is a measure of blah blah blah. They should just insert Caitlin Danner's comment. Doing all this back and forth, bottom line, get fit, stay fit. It's a condition of employment. I don't care about the feelings. They just, hey, okay, got it. I'll get myself together.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I think you said it the best after all this dialogue. Like, it's a condition of employment. Now, Scott Roy's point, he goes a little bit overboard with the PT test and everything. I just think we come up with a standard, a reasonable standard, keep it baselined across the whole force, and run with that. I still don't agree with a different test for different career fields. I think this is where you get left with stuff. Back to your point about why would I run 2 miles if I could do the shuttle run? Why would I join to be a cop if I don't have to do a harder PT test?
Well, then the argument comes, why? Maybe this is not a good argument. When you say it should be the same, it should be a different test for a career field. Can we say the same thing about an ASVAB score?
No, that's totally different. Some like you wouldn't want me to be your intel. Let's just keep it 100. In some parts of that, like the pool he's part of the ASVAB score, I agree with. But yeah, mental, I mean, all reading comprehension and all that stuff, like, come on now.
Hey, you know, I hope I pronounce your name right. Caitlin Danner. She's a personnelist too. Were you a cop?
No,
Spec Ops, baby?
no, she was never a cop.
Ranger? Is this what personalities turned it into now? Stop making all the excuses.
No, I mean some people are just wired
Hey,
like
man,
that.
I need to go to the gym right now.
Spalding said, "How does push-up, sit-ups, and 2-mile run completely determine my overall physical fit? My overall fitness? It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah,
I agree.
Well, I mean, back to the Marines. How does doing pull-ups, ammo? I mean, they do 2 different PT tests semi-annually. So how does any? I read Scott Roy's thing. How does any of them determine their physical fitness? It doesn't. It never will."
Scott, that ain't right, man. That was a call.
Dang.
I'm sorry. It just was, it was a good one. Okay. All right. So let's put a bonus because I really want to talk about the topic you want to talk about, last night's correspondence dinner.
Okay.
I would love to talk about it. Let's put a bow on this. Here's my last take. I agree that PT is important as a military person because you never know when our business is fight wars, right? In order for to fight wars, it's hard to do that when it's hard to fight a war when ultimately I can't see my. Now, what I mean by that is if I'm so big, I can't see my own.
Okay.
Organ.
All right. That was
something is wrong, right? Because that means 9 times out of 10, you seen the cops, the body armor's on, but the armor is sitting out like this.
Okay.
You know, when you wear your armor, it's supposed to protect your tummy, right? But it's hard to protect your tummy if your body armor is sitting out, then your belly button. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't see my, then that's a problem. But anyway, however,
thank you, Scott.
I should never get to a point where I feel like my career is on the line if I don't score a 75. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I can see my feet, Scott. I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying in general. Scott, hey, wait, you know what? Scott, what's going on today, man? O'Shaw said, I've seen people get kicked out for failing a PT test and come back. Hey, facts.
Wait, what happened? I missed it. I was laughing.
O'Shaw said, I've seen people get kicked out for failing a PT test and come back as a GS-12 or go private. Business acumen should be valued as much as PT. Get fit, stay fit, should apply to your mental and skills growth too. I agree.
Yeah. Ooh, Scott, you on one today.
I know, man. What's the deal? Scott, I'm not talking about me, man. Dang.
I think Scott was talking about you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about myself, Scott. I'm just saying in general. Scott, you're not allowed here no more. What's going on?
Always allowed, Scott. You always allowed. Trust me.
Man,
trust me, you good.
Man.
Scott, trust me, you good.
No, man, that ain't good. But he threw a shot at you and me, man.
Whoa. It was all chuckles and funny and coughing and couldn't help yourself when it was about me. And then when it was about you, all of a sudden it's not funny no more.
But everybody know you can't read though, man.
First of all, I can read. I just don't read well.
Y'all put in the chat. Oh, okay, that's a good. All right, my bad.
You God dog it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Can
just
we move on now?
You can see your feet. You just can't see them well.
I can see them now.
You can see them. You just can't see them well. Yeah, when you're sitting down and they extend out. But to Scott Roy,
so you agree with him?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree.
What is this show turned into?
I'm just going into what Scott Roy said.
Oh, so you ain't gonna defend me, huh? You on Scott's side?
You didn't defend me?
I did. I just said it was funny.
That's what I said. It's funny.
You know what, man?
It's funny.
God bless all y'all, man. Y'all need Jesus. That's what y'all need. Y'all need Jesus. That's what it was
funny.
I was just making it a point. It was just like the mean tweet they gave DJ Khaled when they said, DJ Khaled, yo, bro, you want to talk about motivating people and stuff, but you can't see You need to get in the gym, get yourself together, bro. I was just referring today. I wasn't talking about myself. I actually can see my feet and my very well, actually.
A lot of people don't think so because
You know what I'm
Spalding
saying?
says
Hey,
Chief
you
is
know what?
enjoying the
Hey,
retired life.
you know
Leave
what?
him
I
alone,
can see
Pete.
it very
No, let's
well,
not.
actually.
No, whoa,
You know what I'm
whoa,
saying?
let's not
Hey,
do
you
this.
look,
Hold
hey,
on.
I can see my
Hold
stuff
on.
very
Hold
well,
on, man.
actually. You know what I'm
Take
saying?
you
See,
off the.
I
No,
can see
whoa,
my
whoa.
joint. See, look, see, I'm
All right, sorry, y'all. This was out of control.
fine.
All right, are you done? We gotta take this off camera.
You know what I'm
Holy,
saying?
what just
Thank
happened?
you. I can see my
Woo!
stuff fine.
Woo!
Thank you. Now, can we move on now?
Assistant. We need assistance.
My feet might be a little crusty, but you know what I mean? Hey.
Whoa. Give Philly a cane. You see how slow it took him to stand up.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. That's fine.
I
That's
apologize.
fine.
Double kill.
That's
Double
fine.
kill. Double
Yeah,
kill.
you know what? Thank you, Elijah.
God.
Chief is enjoying a retirement life. Leave him alone.
Kayla
Pete.
said she
Give me
had
a
a
rock.
point to prove.
These people stressed.
Yo,
You
man,
know-
y'all gotta be careful. See a ton of big belly become millionaire. Stay focused, my brother. I heard you say we moving on to correspondent dinner. Yes, I'm trying to see something.
Who said that?
Lampkin says stay focused, my brother.
I'm
Yeah.
trying, man. They trying to come at me, man.
Yo, anything you say about Philly, like he takes it very personal, y'all.
Bro,
y'all
don't
have
you-
to,
oh, are
y'all
you- are
have
you
to know this
serious?
about him.
You
He has
really?
a
And
hard
you
time
don't?
laughing at
And
himself.
you don't?
And anytime that see what I'm saying? Now he's deflecting.
No,
Now
I'm
he's
not
deflecting.
deflecting. I'm saying you get me the
When
popcorn
somebody says
kettle
they're
black.
not deflecting, they usually have already deflected.
You know what? I'll be quiet. I'm gonna be
See,
quiet.
and then he does this. Then he just gets quiet. It's like, I can't win. I'm just gonna shut up until it moves on.
Puppy. Thanks,
He
puppy.
got his support
My
dog.
therapy dog.
Yeah.
Thanks, puppy.
He said, "Bet he can still pass the PT test, though." What do you think about that, Philly?
Huh?
He said,
What do you think about that, Philly?
he said,
Sound like a
"You can
herb
still
right now.
pass your PT test." Do you think you can pass your PT
Hell no, I
test?
can't pass it. Hell no. I sure can. Nope. Sure can.
Spalding, this ain't the same data council do from 2014, man. Times have changed. Times have changed. Woo. Oh man, I can't. Now the comfort dog is jumping in. Leave Chief alone.
That's right, my comfort dog. Forget y'all.
Oh man, everybody. Hey, Scott Roy, run to the bunker. Shots are fired. Shots are fired. Run to the bunker.
You sound like a little
Woo.
herb, right? Hey, let's go,
Woo.
run to the bunker.
Oh,
Shots
man.
are fired. You sound like a herb.
I'm
right
telling you, you can't say nothing bad about Philly. He takes it wrong. You gotta
Sound like a
just
little
be
herb right
on
now.
his side at all times.
Like, leave me alone. I
I
got my
don't know.
comfort
The
dog.
way he stood up, get that man WD-40 10 man Philly.
You know what? Hey, I tell you, all I'm gonna say is this. That's fine. Hey, I'ma keep pushing that.
10 man 40 is crazy.
I'll get up slow.
Oh,
but
my
guess what? When I get up, I
goodness.
hear this. How about
Hey,
that?
Pete, is that the retired gift in the back? Yeah, of course. You know I put it up there. Of course. I told you I really enjoyed that. I appreciate that. I know one person who could put PT all of us, Colonel Obolowski.
I beat her one time in running. One time. One time out of what, 30, 40 times?
That upstate said, I don't know how we got into because you're wearing your Philly shit. Stuff. Oops. Stuff.
Ooh.
Sorry. All right, let's move on to what happened yesterday. Holy moly, because we went on this too long. All right, we got about 15 minutes. What happened yesterday?
That's your cue. You the one said you wanted to talk about what happened yesterday.
All I
You
know
said
what
you
happened
wanted to talk
yesterday is
about it.
our man went into the correspondence dinner that the president had with a bunch of highly powered individuals in the room. And a man came in there, armed man came in there and was trying to I don't know I'm not gonna say what his final stance was, but it seemed like he was trying to use his weapon to take people out. I don't know who he was aiming at, but that's what it seems like. And Secret Service put a stop to it. Fired a couple shots. They got the president out there along with a lot of other figures, got them all out, and pretty much what happened. I find it interesting what happened with Dana White, but I'll stop on that if you want to add on that.
Yeah, it was a individual who was armed with a shotgun. I believe it was a 38. Apparently, he actually is from California, and he traveled to the event via train. And he actually got a room at the very hotel where they were having the dinner.
Right.
And he posted some anti-Trump administration information on his social media. And this is all background that they said they found already. This is courtesy of Fox News and
MSNBC.
So they said that he posted some stuff on the social media. Upstate says, limit ain't no replacement for AJ. Eagles run is over. Hater. Upstate 350 ER2 from YouTube. You are a hater. Anyway, moving on. So he did all that stuff, and then he was armed to the hilt, 38 shotgun. He tried to get through the entrance. He shot one Secret Service person in a vest. So that's why the Secret Service person was able to survive. He got shot. And then they got the president out of there. What's interesting is, despite it being a very stressful situation, because they had people who was there get underneath the tables and stuff while armed people came in and neutralized the threat, the president found a way or time to take a picture of the suspect on the floor with no shirt on, with hands down.
How did he get no shirt on? I was lost on that one.
I don't know. That one I'm not sure. But the last thing I would be thinking about is that. I don't know.
That's true.
That's just me. But then there was, of course, some feedback on social media. People like, hey, if you was trying to say that our president should have been killed, you're wrong and blah, blah, blah. I think anybody that's in danger of being shot is wrong. Political violence is wrong. But I can't help but think, what is the state of our country today? I've lost count. How many assassination attempts has that been already? 3?
I think it's 3.
3 of them.
It's like 2 and a possible. The one at the Pentagon wasn't really, they just found somebody and they stopped him before he actually attempted anything.
Here's one more added tidbit. They said that this individual, it's interesting if we found all this stuff in just 24 hours. They said this individual actually donated $25 to Kamala Harris's campaign.
Wow. Upstate said, and this is what Upstate said, they're trying to get the public back on Trump's side. That was the whole BS last night.
So you guys think it was all staged?
One person said that. Jefferson said he was at the entrance. The dinner was on the floor below. They stripped him to make sure he didn't have a bomb strapped to him. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Lampkin says we're not just gonna move past the point they stripped dude naked. Well, I mean, he said they did that to make sure he didn't have a bomb. I can understand that. The picture part is kind of crazy, but I can understand why they did that. Like, to your point, the state of affairs where we're at is out of control, man. Let's all just take a moment and breathe.
This is only year 2.
I don't think we're at 2 yet. Yeah. Let's just take a moment and breathe, y'all. Like, let's just take a moment.
This is getting bad, man. And the Iran war, Iran, right?
I think tomato.
Iran. I'm sorry, Iran. We're not just gonna move past the point they stripped Duke naked. Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
They said because they thought he had a bomb strapped on him.
Oh.
The message on Twitter was uniform and quick. I don't want to hear any more talks about the new ballroom. Yeah, I know. I know the first thing he said is I say this is why we need the ballroom, because it'd be more secure.
What do you think about this ballroom? You think it's a legitimate argument?
I'm still lost to what the point of it is.
I just think he wants to. Me personally, I just think this is an addition to add his mark on his
Yes. That's what, is it like the Abraham Lincoln room or whatever the heck they used to call that thing? Like when you take a tour of the White House, you get to see this is where Abraham Lincoln slept.
This
and how
is a
big
Trump
the
ballroom.
Yeah, that's what I can see that. I can see that. It being just a Trump ballroom. Which I mean, if it's gonna be more secure, hold more people, and you're allowed to do more things, then sure. Sure. But if it's just to leave like a legacy, like what was that president that had a wheelchair that had the
Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Yeah, that had the Roosevelt. There you go, the Roosevelt desk. Like it was just something like
presidents we've ever had.
Huh?
One of the greatest presidents of all time.
Okay. All right.
Disagree?
I don't know too much about it. I don't know too much about it to have an opinion.
Yo, he led us through more than 90% of World War II.
Appreciate him.
Okay.
The White House was undergone multiple renovations through its history. Yeah, that's a Spalding. I agree. I'm an ex-informant operations guy. I will remain silent. Oh, information. I said informant. Information operations guy. I'll remain silent. Appreciate that.
Even with all this stuff going on in America, is anybody worried about China as much as I am? You know, the reason why I say this, I am a big person that I'm a person that likes to watch a lot of history. I've done that since I was a teenager. But anyway, especially history of countries who are not a fan of the United States. And so you guys already heard all of it. You know how China wants to fix, what do they call it? The period of...
The informant was wild.
What was it? The period of what? I don't know. Anyway, it's a period when the Chinese felt like they were being taken advantage of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so here we are, the internal struggle within the United States, right? As far as I remember, I don't remember ever in my lifetime a president who bashed the other side so badly all the time.
All the time.
But you have this going on, but then you have China, who we would all agree China is our biggest threat in the world. Did you know the China-United States record is pretty much like tied? And what I mean by that is when you look at a country named and think of China and we think about a future conflict, right? Us against China, right? Militarily. Did you know, thank you, period of humiliation, thank you. Did you know, obviously we went up against China in the Korean War, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
And when China went up against the United States in the Korean War, the People's Republic of China was just created. Meaning they had no nuclear weapons, they had no sufficient aircraft, but they had a crap load of people. And when they decided to get involved in the Korean War, did you know they asked the Soviet Union for air cover? Stalin agreed, but then he reneged at the last minute and the Chinese went at it again. Reports say that Mao went ahead with the war to prove that his people, that the Chinese are a significant power in the world, but they had no nuclear weapons. Mm-hmm. They went at the United States with no nuclear weapons and they fought us to a stalemate. Doesn't that make you concerned? Mm-hmm. Neil says Britain was fighting alone against the Nazis for 3.5 years. Actually, I don't think, a lot of people give the Russians credit for beating the Nazis. Well, they don't give the English a lot of credit, or Britain. They were getting the snot kicked out of them in World War II against the Nazis without the United States' help.
Scott Roy said Philly uber smart with the history.
Thank you. I'll forget the I'm still reeling from the
See
comment
how this
earlier
works?
when you said I
See
got
how
it
this
with
works?
the WD-40.
Kayla says, to be honest, I don't think the average American is paying attention to what's going on with China.
Facts.
Oshan says China Belt and the Road Initiative is still a thing.
Yes.
A good book is Apple in China. It lets you know how they caught up economically.
Facts. And so, I was thinking about it last night and I was like, man, we are in deep trouble. Because if you look at it, even though we're considered the most technologically advanced military in the world, during the Korean War, we were considered that too. Was the Soviet Union on par with us? You can argue that because they had nuclear weapons too. But we went up against a country who just finished the Civil War,
right?
Who just was getting beat down by the Japanese in World War II with no nuclear weapons, no aircraft, and they fought us to a standstill. Although argument can be made that MacArthur, he wanted to nuke the Chinese, and what was his name? I could picture him, the president with the glasses after Roosevelt. Fudge! I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna remember it later. But anyway, the president at the time said no. Here's one more interesting fact, and I'll be quiet because this is interesting, but this is another interesting fact. Did you know right before the Korean War, when Stalin died and Khrushchev came into power, did you know that there was a period that the Chinese and the Soviets was each other's neck because Khrushchev denounced Stalin's ways when he was in charge of the Soviet Union. And Mao felt like Khrushchev was turning against communist principles. And the Chinese and the Soviets share a border. There was one point when it was called the Sino-Soviet War. It was when the Chinese and the Soviets were actually going at each other's neck. And Leonid Brezhnev at the time, who succeeded Khrushchev, actually considered nuking the Chinese. To which, when the Soviets started broadcasting to people around the world that they were intending on doing it, when they got to the United States, the US president said, you better not, because if you do, it is the start of World War II or World War III, we will respond in kind. Why? You know what I mean? Think about it. What if we would allow the Russians to nuke the Chinese?
Oof.
Isn't that like eliminating two threats? Because it would have been a war, right? Why would we get in a war because they wanted to nuke the Chinese? I don't know.
A couple comments. Folks don't pay attention to history. Too busy with PT. Equal 4.
Who said that?
Jefferson.
That was a good one.
Anonymous one said, China is loving what's going on right now. This has been their greatest window of opportunity to do what they want. Steal our secrets, harass Philippines, conquer Taiwan, build something. Influence. Build influence. General MacArthur wants to nuke China, but President Truman said no.
Thank you. Truman. Yes, Truman.
They said they fired him. Then fired him. They fired Truman?
Yeah.
Chief, you are providing why critical AI thinking and knowledge is king, but skewed that how much creatine and protein should I be taking to mask these push-ups?
That was a good one.
We're not paying attention to China because Okay, I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to read that. Thanks, Lamb. I ain't going to read that part.
I'll read it. We're not paying attention to China because a frat boy dressed like the president from a Purge movie is leading the Department of Defense.
We all should be aware of what's going on in our history. We have an informant in the I said informant instead of information. I'm telling you, like, I read probably, I don't know, 50, 60 chats, and all anybody focus on the ones I mess up on. I promise. I promise. I promise. I can say out of 30 words, I say 29 correct. The one I say wrong is the one everybody wants to focus on. I promise. Like, what the world? I'm not going to crash out like Philly does, but what the world? Can we focus on the 29 I got right? Can I get credit for that? Skyroy, I'm not even reading your comment or looking at it. I'm going to move past it.
Elijah says, retirement life has not been well for Pete. He needs glasses.
We all know I need glasses. I got my glasses around here somewhere. I don't know where they're at. It's somewhere around here. It's somewhere around here. My man said USA. I mean USA. Be honest with us, the joke from you would have been even worse. Pete was my PT guy. He was in Mayweather's ring group. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Leave Floyd alone.
Y'all ruthless, boy.
I'm telling you. Like, no love for the kid. No love for the kid.
I'm just saying, when y'all talk about, when Scott was talking about WD-40, man, hey, I'm disabled, man. I'm old, man. I'm a 32-year vet, man. You shouldn't talk to me like that. I deserve some form of respect.
Are we still on you can't see your toes?
Huh?
Are we still on that you can't see your toes?
No, we're not talking about that, asshole. We're talking about the fact that
I didn't say
WD-40 to give up.
Oh, that part. Yeah, that part.
You trying to be funny. You trying to sneak something in there.
Oh my God.
You trying to sneak something in there.
No, I really didn't.
If I snuck something in there to you, you'd be upset, but I didn't.
I didn't even sneak nothing. I didn't even.
You did. Yes, you did. You trying to be funny. You trying to be funny style. You know what I mean? But God bless you.
I was not trying to be funny.
Trying to be funny.
That's crazy. How about y'all go to the fan mail, to the pinned comment, and y'all can leave a voicemail. Therefore, I don't have to read comments. Y'all don't have to joke on me about reading, and we all understand perfectly. I can just play it and listen to y'all beautiful voices come across like our beautiful voices are coming across. Hey, if you want, I could even send you an app where you can change your voice if you want. And therefore, we ain't got to hear your real voice. You can change it up. You could be a Raven guy like Philly likes to do. You could be an announcer. Hey, you can even do auto-tune, whatever you want. Goodness gracious. I love all y'all
out there, man. I'm telling you. I'm not saying y'all. Hold on. This guy says it's all love, nothing but love for you all. John says he's going full Ralph Tresvant. Levels of sensitivity. Leave him alone. Yeah, I am sensitive, man.
He is very sensitive.
I am, man. I may be 6'3", but I'm a sensitive person. You know what I mean? I am sensitive.
Very sensitive, extremely sensitive.
See, there you go again,
My bad.
Keep it up, Pete. I'm telling you, keep it up. I'm trying not to go at you. I'm trying to be on your side. But you be trying funny style stuff, man. Keep it up.
Very sensitive.
Keep it up.
Like, there are fast cars and there's very fast cars. Be in the very fast lane. You know, there's like the slow lane, the middle lane, the fast lane, and the very fast lane.
You just keep it up. 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 I'm telling you, keep it up.
All right. Anyway. So bottom line.
Keep it up. You think you trying to be funny, man.
Bottom line, PT tests are not going away. So as Caitlin said, what was Caitlin's comment that made you want to go work out? Oh, I'm going to try to read it. You know I can't read well. So
I don't think that's her name, man.
It is. It's
It's
Caitlin.
not Caitlin.
Caitlin.
You said Caitlin.
Once again, we focus on the one
I'm just
thing
trying to help you out.
Focus on what I'm talking about. Don't focus on everything else. Oh, I can't even scroll up that high. But anyway, go out there and get your PT on. Asking a grown-ass man if he can see his toes is...
Yeah, man, who said that, man?
Nobody asked him.
Now, I felt inclined to show y'all again, because, you know, I'll put it like this. To you guys in the chat, I apologize. Because I think what Scott wasn't trying to do is insinuate that I was referring to me.
I said Caitlin.
Based on a comment I said about why PT is important. But I took it that way. And so I tried to show and prove to Scott and all of you that it wasn't me. And I tried to show y'all by standing up, which led to Scott being observant, as he normally is, that it took me a while to get up.
As he normally
is. And so
is.
because of that, I apologize, guys.
We appreciate your apologies. I
ain't apologizing to you, asshole. I'm talking about everybody else.
Oh, hey, I'm part of this as well.
You know, because you be trying to be funny style, man. You be throwing this stuff. And here I am. I'm withholding my comments to join in with the chat on you, but I'm not going to do that because I am.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't be a liar now. Don't lie.
Can. If you tell me, I can jump in now. I can. There's plenty I got in the chamber ready, but I'm not going to do it.
Scott, I'm not reading your comments no more.
I'm going to read it.
In fact, leave a voicemail. Leave a voicemail.
I'm going to read it.
Go to our fan page. It's pinned comment.
Don't give Pete words over 3 syllables to read.
Yeah, he just skipped over them. You're right. I used to do that in school too.
Crazy work, Pete. Facts. It's not Caitlin. That's what I said.
I said Caitlin. Matter of fact, I'll just say Danner. I'll just say Danner for now. Jesus criminy.
Fine.
Good.
Don't leave Jesus
gracious.
out. Leave Jesus out.
I said criminy.
You said Jesus criminy.
I did say that. You're right.
Exactly. Already.
I did.
Oshon says, how many people did Pete kick out because he couldn't read cardiovascular? Or for the wrong name. We need an investigation. That's crazy work.
That's funny. That one was funny.
Bro.
You got one more and I'm going to kick you out the chat, but that was funny. You got one more, you get kicked out the chat, but that was funny. That was good. You freaking flopping.
That was a good one. That was
cheap. But
I ain't worried about him at all. I ain't worried about him at all.
Not worried. Not worried. What in the hell?
Y'all off the chain day, boy. I tell you.
See how they go. Make sure I say this without a pause. See how they be extra with me, and for you, they just slide in like one thing? Pause.
No, because I didn't deserve it, man.
Whoa.
It was hard getting up.
That was crazy. I said slide in one thing was crazy. Pause.
It was hard,
Whoa.
man.
Whoa. You said what?
I'm just saying. But I appreciate y'all either way. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all any way.
Yeah, I said pause. Danner. Charles Davis said, hey, fellas, I got one thing to ask before I gotta go. How did we get video of the guy running through the lobby at the hotel 2 minutes after it happened, but we still don't have all the Epstein files? I said pause. I said pause.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, Charles, hit me up, man. I'm gonna get you that joint after the show. Man.
Like that was 4 shows ago. That was supposed to happen.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I thought I muted myself. I thought I muted myself. I muted
man,
myself.
I ain't worried about him at all.
I'm talking
I ain't
about,
worried about
man.
him at all.
You be funny style, bro.
I
You be
muted
funny style,
myself.
man.
Double
See,
kill.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I thought
You
I muted myself.
style, man.
I thought I muted myself.
No, man, I'm
You know
telling you,
we-
man. You got one more time, man.
You're right. I apologize.
One more time, B.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from Philly, man. Forget that,
Oh,
man.
first of all, you ain't from Philly.
I
I'm sorry.
am
I'm
from
sorry.
You gonna go there? You gonna go there? Yeah, I was born in South Dakota. I'm still from Philly. I grew up in Philly.
My bad. Go
You're
Birds.
welcome, Charles. I got you, bro.
Go Birds.
Go friggin' Birds. You be
All right.
fancy. Y'all know y'all be having them people at y'all job that be testing y'all and they just be poking and poking and poking. And then you gotta, you know what I'm saying? This is one of those instances.
Pause.
Tell you, man. I'm telling you, bro. Telling you. Tell you.
Pause.
This is the
I don't
stuff
know.
I miss
I don't know people at my
post-retirement
job that
civilians
do
start
that.
crying by now.
Whoa.
Look, man, I ain't crying, man. I'm just being honest.
This is the stuff I missed post-retirement. Civilians start crying by now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Scott Roy says, damn, Philly was born in South Dakota?
Scott, man, look, I ain't ashamed. My pop was in the Air Force. He had me in South Dakota. I was in South Dakota for 2 weeks, and then we migrated to Philly. I'm from Philadelphia. I was just born in South Dakota.
So
Keep
it's
it up,
like
Pete.
from
Keep it up,
South
man.
Dakota by
Keep
way
it
of
up.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Is that like one of those things?
What's that?
Is that like from South Dakota by way of Philadelphia,
You got
Pennsylvania?
one more time, bro.
I'm just
You got
asking.
one more. Oh man, you got one more time. You got one. Oh man,
Just
one more time.
That was a legit question.
No, it's not, man. You trying to be funny style, man. That's what it is, man.
Look what Jefferson said, because I ain't gonna read it. Because then you gonna think
I'm
it
gonna
came
read
from me.
it. South Dakota, at least east side of South Dakota, right? Man, O'Shine. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's how you gonna do me, O'Shine? That's how you gonna do me, O'Shine? Like that? Really? You know what I mean? And you know what? Y'all all need Jesus. Y'all all need Jesus.
Said,
How about that?
I'm from Philadelphia, South Dakota.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yo, how many now this doesn't apply to Philly. I'm just asking a question. How many of y'all had lied about where y'all are from? How many of y'all
you
said
trying to see where I'm lying?
I said this doesn't apply to you.
You trying to see where I'm lying?
No. I said this doesn't apply to you. I started off by saying that, paused, and then continue on.
Style, though, man. You gotta be careful.
Like if y'all are from Atlanta, or excuse me, from Georgia, everybody from Georgia is from Atlanta. They all just say they from Atlanta. And then when you really get into it, they're from a little outside of Atlanta. But anyway, has anybody like not been honest about where they're from? I'll avoid answering any further questions to the utmost of my ability. Rapid City, Rush hockey fan, Philly. What is that?
I don't know. Sound like a shot, but that's all right. Y'all need.
It's definitely a shot. Rapid City sounds like South Dakota. Rush
It is Rapid City. It is South Dakota. You enjoying this, huh?
Danner, I know you from Nebraska. I know you from Nebraska. There's only 3 of y'all that rep it. There are only 4 people that there. But I know you rep your little city or state, whatever the heck Nebraska is. Ain't nobody even know that's on the map. But everybody, I'm from Illinois, but I tell people I'm from Kentucky because of my accent. See, everybody does it. Philly, hey, South Dakota hockey.
Wait, whoa. What you mean everybody?
My bad.
What you trying to say?
I was reading Scott Roy's comment.
Hey, so you said I've been trying to fake it? That's what I've been saying?
No.
What you trying to say?
I'm just saying. I get it. My mom was living in California, Bay
First of
Area,
all, my
and
mama
giving
was
birth
in
to me.
Philadelphia with her.
Oh, see, he gets it. He gets it. Oh,
No,
Sean
he's trying to be
said,
funny style too, man.
I get it. I'm
That's
claiming the
not the
Bay.
same thing. My mom and dad met in South Dakota. They had me. We moved to Philadelphia.
See, he says Scott
Actually, you
Roy
know what?
says Philly just be picking where he want to be from. Zachary says they be gang banging pause in South Dakota. Don't be ashamed, Chief. Rep your city. There you go.
You know what?
Or rep your
Oh,
hood.
y'all, man.
Rep your hood.
I'm repping my hood. Philadelphia, Southwest
If
Philadelphia.
you from the mean streets, ashy knuckles of South Dakota.
I'll say, you know what? That's it. That, you know what? God dang it, that's it. That's it.
No. I'm just
I've
saying
been
what they say. I'm just saying
I've
what
been
they say.
trying-
I'm just.
That's it. I've been trying to be nice. So now you want to jump in on the fun, huh? Now, how about we turn it on you now?
Wait.
How
Pause.
about this?
Pause.
Well, ain't no pause now. Ain't no pause.
Pause. Let's
Ain't no pause.
Hold on.
No, that man.
I was just reading the comment.
No, you wasn't, man. You
Yes,
trying to be funny
did.
style again,
That's
man.
exactly what it says.
No, man, you trying to be funny style. You
Read
add
the
your little
comment. It
stuff
says
to
Zachary.
man.
They be gang banging in South Dakota. Don't
All
be
right, you know
ashamed,
what?
Chief. Rep your hood.
You know what?
That's what he
at
said.
least,
I didn't say
you know
that.
what? Fine. At least we can read in the Philadelphia and South Dakota. How about that?
Congratulations.
How about that?
Oshawn, Chief.
How about that?
Got
How about
secret
you
bison farm.
I tell you what.
If be watching
about you
hockey on the
say
low.
7 sizzling sausages sizzling in a saucepan. How about you say that? Say it.
Scott Roy said
Say
SD for life.
I want
SD
you to
for-
say 7 sizzling sausages sizzling in a saucepan. Say that.
Oshawn
I
said,
bet you
Chief
can't say it.
got
Can you?
secret bison farm.
Can you?
Do you have a bison farm?
I'm waiting. Can you say it?
Secret bison
Say
farm.
7
And be
sizzling
watching hockey on.
sausages in a saucepan. Say it.
Elijah said
Already
he needs
then.
to speak
Already
and
then. Say it.
spell to read. Yeah, a speak and spell would
Already
be
then.
nice. That would be nice, actually. I
Already
remember
then.
having that as a kid. Hey.
I can go twice as high. I ain't worried about him at
Take
all.
a look
I ain't worried
at
about
the
him at all.
notebook of reading rainbow. Peace
I ain't worried about him at all.
Tell him, Steph.
I ain't worried about him at all.
Tell him, Steph.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Take a look.
Reading rainbow.
That's what you need to be worried about than worried about me. How about that?
I'm not. I'm just reading what
No, you
everybody
trying to
else
be
is saying.
funny style,
No,
bro.
why you
That's
always
what you
think I'm
trying to
trying to
do,
be
man.
funny? Why you think
No,
I'm trying
man,
to be
we gonna
funny?
have that's funny too.
But why you think I was trying
That's
to be funny?
too. How about that? How about that? Elijah said Pete needs a speak and spell to read. I agree.
I agree too.
agree with
I
you.
agree too.
Speak and spell. You need like them pictures. Put pictures in the chat, y'all.
Dad,
How
I'm
about that?
cussing you out in my head right now because I don't
Yeah.
want to be banned from YouTube for all the cuss words
That's
I got
fine.
going on.
That's fine.
I was talking to Danner.
That's fine.
Danner.
No, man, forget that. You trying to be funny.
I wasn't.
Yes, you was. You trying to be funny style.
Can you mute
Yes, you
your
was.
side too?
What's that?
Can you mute your side?
Can I mute my side?
You have the chat or the audio playing. Is coming in twice.
Oh,
You
good.
got something on.
No, I don't have nothing on, actually.
I don't
hear
know. I don't know what it is, man. He said,
You
I
might
don't
be
care.
your side.
Nah, ain't
I
my
don't hear
side.
nothing either.
No, it's good now. It's good now. Really don't use GPS. They just say, if you hit a third cow, you're going too far.
That's fine. That's
Scott, I know you ain't talking. Let's talk about your Raven career. How about that? You talk about all this PT stuff. How many push-ups you need to do to say, get back? Get back. Get back. How many push-ups you need to do that, Scott? How about that? Get back. Get
Oh, man.
How about that?
Man,
We
what
go
is
all day,
wrong
y'all.
with
How about
you?
that?
What is wrong with y'all?
That's right. And you clipping too.
Oh, I am? My fault.
Yeah,
I might be
you
talking
clipping
too
more
loud. Thanks for
static.
telling me. Am I still clipping?
I don't even know what we were talking about. Y'all
Oh,
think this
look.
comic view today is something?
Elijah said, I will say Chief is the first person I met from South Dakota. I mean, Philly. There you go.
Oh, Elijah. All right, I see how it is, Elijah. I see how it is, Elijah. That's how you try to come at me like that. I thought I was your
My
dude, man.
gosh.
O'Shaw says LeVar Burton missed a few kids. P. Hood didn't have Reading Rainbow.
We did have Reading Rainbow. We did have Reading Rainbow. Everybody had Reading Rainbow. Everybody had, if you had a TV, you had Reading Rainbow.
You guys are nasty work today. Both of y'all nasty.
Scott Roy has been in rare form today. I don't know what happened to him. I saw a Facebook comment that or a picture that he met up with an old troop or something. I thought peace and love was everywhere. He just woke up on this side waiting for violence.
All I know is every time I get up, I'm gonna think about WD-40. That's what I'm gonna think about. Thanks a lot, Scott. I appreciate it. Even though he is true, I get up pretty slow. I got a back problem. I got back problem.
Well, like Caitlin said, hit the gym.
You said Caitlin again.
Oh, I did. Caitlin said hit the gym. Hit the gym. It all started when Pete started reading. Yeah, I'm gonna stop reading. I'm done reading. Look, from now on. Matter of fact, I can actually program it where it reads to us, but it's an AI. Oh, Scott's in Fort Bliss. He's in pre-deployment training right now. That's why he's acting spicy. That's why he's spicy. Yeah, I get it now.
That makes sense.
But you should be, you're like the senior math sergeant that was out there. You were like over Fort Bliss training. You should be like teaching. Like you shouldn't like. I'm sure when it's time for Raven training, like you're gonna excel. You might be top of the class. When they have to have somebody like, hey, we're gonna teach you how to tell people get back. Chief Roy, would you like to come out and demonstrate? You're gonna thrive. Thrive. Say you don't even have to read my name. You know that. That's even worse. Okay, well, F your name then. I won't read your little stupid name then.
What? What is going on here?
Scott said, I'm playing student right now. Oh, playing is crazy. Top average comment. Number 1, Scott Roy. Number 2, Jeff. Number 3, Elijah.
I'm going to start keeping tabs because I need to make sure every show I am, usually at the top of this list before I started doing this today would be Matt Morris, Devon McCoy. You know what I mean? Those are the usual actors. But these 3, I want to make sure I track y'all. So when the next show happens and y'all show up in the chat, I'm prepared.
Can you put Caitlin Danner in there?
Oh, yeah. No. Hers award is a little bit different.
What? I hope you say something wild. Scott and Charles was going at it for a second. Yeah, they was going at it. See, Scott been going at it with everybody. Scott been going at it with everybody.
Oh, Charles Davis will be up there. And Charles Davis is he likes to throw some punches around.
Scott Roy said Philly types 30 words faster than he can speak.
I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty funny.
30 words.
I can't be mad at that one. That was pretty funny. Thanks, Scott. Much appreciated. Thanks, Scott. Much appreciated. Scott.
Wow.
How about that?
What was that person whose name will not be mentioned award?
Whose person name that will not be mentioned award? Who's that?
I can't mention her name because I always say it wrong, supposedly.
Kaylin.
Sure. You said you were giving her an award.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to slow down because Scott seems to think I type faster than I get up.
I mean, you do though. That's a valid comment.
So you gonna come at me again?
I'm not coming
That's
at
what
you.
do?
I'm not
You
coming at.
agree with him?
I am. It's factual.
Oh, I see how it is.
She said, "Leave me out of it." Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Caitlin, like Caitlin without the T. That's how if she would just spell her name or just be normal and just be Caitlin, we wouldn't have this problem.
Normal?
Yeah, just be normal. We would have this problem.
She said, just be normal, huh?
Yeah, just be normal. Why your name got to be so different? Shoot.
I want to spin the block of what Scott just said. That was a good comment, but that was very nice. To say that I type faster than I get up. I take offense to that actually now that I think about it.
Y'all know that happened, man. I wear hats 6 days a week because of Scott Roy. I'm only safe without a hat in church on Sundays.
What?
Kaylin said, just call me Big K or KD. All right, Little K and Kevin Durant. That's what I'm saying. Slim Reaper and Little K. That's what I'm saying.
Find the joint. Anyway. My apologies.
He said,
I was trying to paste the exact comment that Kaylin said about PT. So I'm just going to put down, she had the most top overall savage comment today. She gets the overall savage
top overall savage comment.
Congratulations, Kaylin. You get the overall savage comment today.
Scott Roy says, I hope that award doesn't involve standing and sitting. I'll give it to you if it does, Scott. I'll hand it out.
Scott, you sucker.
Scott Roy also said Lampkin has that LeBron hairline.
Okay, you can throttle back now.
That's his profile picture on my phone. Is diabolical that you're showing the world.
You done messed up. Hey, Rob.
Kaylin, how is spelling it going to help him? You just picking on him. Thank you. Great point. How is spelling it going to help me? Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, man. I still love y'all, man. Y'all need Jesus, but
I'm iffy. I don't know if they're frenemies, enemies. I can't figure it out.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel a certain way if I see y'all in public, man, for real. Especially you, Scott, for what you said.
I can't wait for your retirement. I hope it turns into a roast session. We should just go and just turn it into a straight roast session.
That's what I'm talking about. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
What?
There you go. See?
What I say?
You said that you hope it turns into a roast session.
That's Scott's retirement.
Oh. You're clipping too.
Still, all right, we're ready to get off. I don't know why I'm still clipping. I'm not even speaking loud.
Underwater type thing.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for all the great comments. I feel so much better about myself. Thank you. Y'all have a great Sunday.
Did you see Scott Roy's comment?
Let me refresh the page and prepare myself. And survey says, I'm asking if we took a Hey, you know what? Fun fact: Pete did my retirement. He did a really good job.
Already, I just need the script 2 weeks in advance so I can memorize
He did a
it.
really good job.
That's
My
right.
boss, the general, was very impressed. He
The
said he did a great
general.
job.
You hear that, Scott? The general was impressed. You freaking fly. All y'all freaking flopping haters. And that was me reading, not AI. I was doing it.
I'm going to tell Wendy about Scott Roy comment. I'm going to tell her. She's not going to be pleased at what that comment was. She's not.
Look what Big K said.
BK said.
Big K.
Oh, Palin. Let's see. Nah, he emceed my promotion. Phenomenal job. They got some co-signers. Baby.
She gonna be mad if you live and she comes in there and doesn't know you
Roy
live.
said, when I get up, I type faster than I get up.
What?
I'm gonna tell. I'll be sure to have a can of WD-40 next to me from now on. How about that?
He said 10-man Philly.
10-man Philly. That's a good one. You know what, man? I'm done. Get y'all, man.
I'm out of here. I need to go have a restroom break.
The podcast says otherwise. The receipts are there. What happened? I'm going to go back in the chat and find out, where did this start going left with Scott? What is going on today?
He's in training. He's at Fort Bliss in training
Elijah
right now.
says, nah, he probably won't be able to get past the second word of the script.
I can get past the second word.
Why does it feel like a Jimmy Kimmel skit of reading bad tweets?
I can get past the script. I can get past the second word. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty easy. All right, we'll holla at you. Big K, Caitlin, Danner, whatever the heck it is. We'll holla at you, KD. Dude. All right, I'm out. I need to go use the restroom.